Hailing all killers, welcome all you kings, scream queens, and everything in between. This is the Kings of Kill podcast. We're your hosts. My name's Zach.
I'm Steven.
And together we are the Kings of Kill. Steven, what does that even...
It means I wanted to take a drink.
You can... Ahead,
That's
sip.
what Kings of Kill
Go ahead,
means.
sip.
The Kings of Kill mean, I don't know, cock. We're the boys that talk about horror things. The boys are back.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you being Killer fans. Shout out to Killer fan Susan for this week's request.
Susan Boyle, nice.
No, first off, it wasn't her. And no, don't throw out last names if people don't want last names
That's
out.
bullshit. Susan Boyle's a huge fan of ours. I rooted for her on American Idol
She is
twice.
not. I don't think she watches.
2 weeks in a row, I rooted for her. Wait, she was American.
You actually vote in for that?
Yeah, I phone in all the time. Still
Do you?
To this day, I just call Ryan Sequest a bitch.
You call him to call him a bitch. Thanks so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Steven, what are we talking about today?
Hopefully the same movie, Inside.
I literally
or we're
sent
talking
you
about
the-
Inside the game.
There's a few.
Or Inside.
It's not.
Or Inside Man starring Denzel
No,
Washington.
we're definitely not talking about that. I sent you the exact fucking movie.
Put Inside Man on my wish list after this. It's a good movie. It's pretty good. Clive Owen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Cool cover.
subpar.
It's not subpar.
Yeah.
What? Go on. What are you talking about?
Oh, go ahead. You can go ahead. Try me.
I don't know. I don't know what to do
Get
anymore.
nervous.
There's like 10 insides.
Inside came out in 2016. It says it's not rated. It's rated R. It is rated.
Is it rated
Hour
R?
and 29-minute running
G.
time. Well, first of all, you asked me if it was the game,
Yeah.
which is kind of a dope game.
I thought we were
I
talking
get
about the
it.
game.
And I specifically said no. It was directed by Miguel Angel Vivas.
Huh? Yeah.
Is that right?
You could say that one.
Did you just not just?
Yeah, you could say that one. I was gonna say his last name too, but
Oh, okay.
I'm not fancy.
Starring
Not Italian.
Rachel Nichols, Laura Herring.
Rachel Nichols. Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
And Ben Temple. You know how much this movie has earned at the worldwide box office?
$689.73.
Dude, that one time you were like perfectly
that was
exact, and
cool.
it was really embarrassing. 800,000 makes sense, right?
No, I thought it would be lower than that.
It's actually based on a French film that came out in 06 and hit the States in 07.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did watch the same thing. I actually watched that movie after I watched this.
Boy, what a difference.
Still shitty.
Are you mad?
At you, usually.
The 07 one
Was better,
is like,
but it's still shit.
it's like Elvis and Elvis. It's fucking great.
You can say Costello.
Yeah, but then I was like, no, that's a stupid comparison.
It's a very stupid comparison. No, 07
Both
wasn't
are
great.
over.
There's still huge issues with 07. It's just far better than
Yeah, it's
its
like
remake.
yeah.
That's typical.
This is
It's
like
still not
this
good.
is like Martyrs and Martyrs remake. America fucked up once again with a remake. That's basically what I took out of it.
I think the American
Funny Games is like the only pass.
that one worked really
One
well.
of the only passes.
I think
Ring did a
the
good
American
job, too.
Martyrs remake was still good, but maybe because I saw it first before I watched the OG.
Oh, that's fucked.
Well,
You did it wrong.
I didn't know any better. I didn't know any better.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I was like, Martyrs, this is it.
yeah.
So
I really like the 07.
I kind
Inside.
of liked it better. That's it.
It was just the shot. It was shocking. It was
wasn't-
terrifying. It was not terrifying. It was.
So this film tried to be shocking.
Did it try? It looked like it didn't do shit.
Here's the premise, okay? Again, I was very, and this is no disrespect to the request. We love your request, but we got to be honest, right? We're not going
I'm
to
gonna
fucking
be
lie to
so
you.
honest here.
You sugarcoat everything. You
think
could
it's
shit on
all
something
right.
and give something a 3.5 stars at the end of it.
This movie sucks. 4 out of 5.
That is exactly your rating style. So the premise is there is a single pregnant woman, and she's being hunted by a psychopath that wants her kid. And there's reasons behind it, and it's I just feel it was a really lazy way of you have
I think it was
obviously
lazy
a
first
vulnerable
opening
person.
scene. Like that was a boring car crash.
It's hard
As
to make
a Fast
car
and Furious
crash.
fan,
No, stop. It's hard to make a car crash shocking. You know what I mean? Like, and they are.
well, the one in
some films,
was it Unborn or Orphan or
Orphan. Yeah,
there's one car crash.
Megan
that was
actually, even though it was a shit movie, but that car wreck
that
was
was
nuts.
that was a good car wreck.
No, it's like if you film it just right, God, it's so shocking and abrasive. But if you show even a few seconds too much, the shock is gone. You know,
Yeah.
you can't see it coming. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
And nobody was during this movie, but it was like it just seemed like a copy of a copied of a copied movie. Like I don't think this was just
This is what I think happened.
a good remake. This is a terrible remake.
Well, here's the premise, right? A vulnerable, pregnant, single mother, and literally her baby is being taxed still inside of her. That's awful. But you can't rely on that.
True.
And be like, okay, yeah, that's terrible to talk about.
Yeah.
We're good. No, we've done our work. No, you still have to convey a film.
Because in this movie, it was like there was instantly a connection with the kid, and just like I'm gonna say by kid, no matter what. But in the original, what I like about the original so much, she resented the baby. She's like, "Oh my god,
There was a
dude's dead."
A harder dynamic, yeah.
And I just don't want this kid. But then it comes into like a thing where she
hinted at for a second, but
in this one she was like, "I want to give it up for adoption." No, I don't. It went nowhere. But in the original, she resented it, she hated it, and then all of a sudden she's fighting for it.
Yeah, complex
and then
feelings.
And it was just that story's way better to me.
It's not way better. It's a little
so
better.
much better.
Both,
it's like season 2 of SpongeBob versus 8. It's so much better being the old one. Season 2 is great.
None of those are fresh in my head.
What?
You still watch SpongeBob and the regular dog?
Sometimes.
Yeah, So I was hearing this is going to be super disturbing and stuff. The premise is, but the execution, man, so lackluster, so lazy.
Was even off.
Dude, and none of the deaths were sensible whatsoever. One cop died from a cheek wound.
Yeah, I mean,
who never draw their guns or anything.
They were respectable cops. I don't understand.
I'm being attacked. There's a killer in the house.
Like the killer.
I'm going to arrest you.
Okay, let's talk about the killer between original and the new one.
Okay.
So the original, she's not going to give up. She's going to kill that baby. Like she's hunting that baby.
She didn't want to kill it. She wanted to take it.
Yeah, same thing.
And raise it as her own.
She's going to kill it. Mash it into a stew. I don't
Stop.
know.
No.
It would have been crazy. Way crazy story if that happened. But anyways, this person just hunted. It just didn't care. It was violent, all that stuff. In this remake movie, it was like she didn't even care. Like she could have just went home and been okay.
I feel like no one really cared.
No one cared in this movie. She could have just gave up the baby and was like, one
of the dynamics of the new one is like she had a hearing aid problem, so instead of fixing it, she stumbles out blindly and stabs her mom accidentally.
Well, that just happens. You stab your mom sometimes. But I just don't understand. It's so watered down. I don't know.
It was lazy. It relied on the premise.
If this take the remake part out of this movie, it would have been an okay thriller. It would have been like a okie dokie one. Like it just
yeah, but okay at best. You're praising it though. You're praising it. Yeah, the
but once
OG's
they
okay
slap
at
the remake on it, you're like, how is this a remake? Like I just don't understand. It's like the Point Break remake. Did you watch that? I like Joe Lynch a lot, but come on, man. Can't remake.
It didn't work for me. I was super disappointed. I was 30 minutes in. I'm like, this is going nowhere good.
It's just not brutal and violent like the original. It's just weird.
They both have too many problems.
One definitely. I have a lot of problems too.
It's okay.
But
let's talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. I already talked about my day today. I'm exhausted.
That one communication.
I got to save something for my therapist, all right? It's just a lot of dumb decisions.
Horrible decisions.
Obviously. So horror has this great thing where all the characters do dumb things, but in this movie, takes it up a notch.
It's
and does
unbelievable.
Even dumber things, and it's not even a parody movie.
The deaths are atrocious and lazy.
Didn't even need to happen.
Nothing makes sense.
Isn't there like a flamethrower death, or is that the original one?
That's the OG.
The OG?
There's fire in the OG.
So this one has the oil death, I think.
Water.
Same thing as oil. America's fighting for it.
I'm so concerned about your diet.
I hate comparing this movie to the original because we're doing this movie and not the original, but
I had to watch the OG after watching it. I had to.
See, I've seen the OG.
I've heard about
back
the OG
in the day,
as like a heavy
and
hitter.
I like that kind of movie. I watched it with, I think, if I remember right, I did it with High Tension. I double featured High Tension.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I think I watched...
I thought like you were experiencing high tension when you watched
There's a lot of tension. I don't know. It's just not a very good American remake.
Did not hit.
They messed up
Did not hit.
big time. And that's what I think about Martyrs,
I feel like it was barely an American remake.
I
think the director's
American Idiot remake.
From Spain, I think.
What? The director?
Yeah.
Spanish?
Is from Spain.
Spain. Yes. Something with an S. That's great.
And that sounded like Danish to you.
Danish.
Are you hungry?
No.
Would you like one?
No. No, sir. I would not like a Danish.
It's fail for me, man.
There was a really cool, like, the camera work is nice and the atmosphere is all right, but the sound,
what, Dutch angles and darkness
imprisoning me. All I can see is
absolute, or
it's just crazy. But this movie just
it's in there. It exists.
I just don't know. I didn't like the ending. I don't like happy endings.
I didn't fucking like it at all.
The ending, like what? They changed it?
Did it make sense?
That was a happy ending? Like, I don't...
She was like, I must save the person I'm trying to kill for the baby to live, but doing so will kill me.
Okay.
And then she dies like Sonic and the Hedgehog 2. When he takes too much water and falls.
Yeah. And then the baby lives happy ever after. And
you don't even know that.
I mean, no.
Dude, that baby was so fucking small.
Yeah.
She was overdue and they were going to have surgery and the baby comes out like a preemie. Like, what?
Preemie.
Isn't that what they call?
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know the rules. I'm not a mom.
It's a creamy preemie. Okay.
Stop.
That's a good one.
I hate
That's a
this.
good one.
Get the fuck out.
That's a good one.
End this.
That might be my name on Twitter now.
Please like and subscribe because we're going to fucking monetize so hard for this.
No,
we're going to owe YouTube.
We owe YouTube.
We just get a bill.
I don't know. Not great. Don't want to watch it again.
Don't watch it.
I will watch the original again because
maybe try the original if you're into like some heavier shit, but it's still not a very good movie.
It's not like a
still full of holes.
Exorcist. Well, yeah, there's so many holes. Yeah, should I rate this?
Yes, please. End this nightmare.
All right. I will give it a star for
find it.
You know,
are you trying to give it a 0?
I gotta think. Let's
go. I got you.
I you know what? I will give it a star for trying. I'm gonna give it a gold certificate for trying.
Put it on the fridge.
Being good.
Good for you.
Just hey, good job. I'm gonna give it 1 star for that.
Dude, Kacha being good. Does any other people have, like when we were kids, we got these little yellow.
You know, I've asked people in Chico, and nobody knows what I'm talking about.
If we got sought out or discovered doing a good deed, being nice or something, we would get these certificates. It was like a Monopoly money, but gold says "caught you being good."
Yeah,
and if you could trade them in for like a toy or a lunch thing or whatever,
free front line pass. Yeah, that's about it. And I don't
to the lunch line. It was like so lame too.
The lunch line that didn't have any lunch. So I'm gonna give it a star for looking okay, for doing okay. It tried. Don't do it ever again though. I've seen some bad remakes. This is the bad remake. I think this might be one of the... There's some bad ones, but you know what?
Worse.
I think... What? This
Nightmare?
This made me want to watch Nightmare.
Oh my God.
I don't like this remake.
Dude,
minus 1 star.
I was just told... This broke my heart. I was just told to rewatch the OG Nightmare by itself and how heartbreaking it is thinking of like how awesome it was and how it just doesn't quite hold up anymore. Like, you still love it, but it doesn't hold up.
I mean, I could see that. I mean, that part where she gets ripped into the door at the end, it's just...
I haven't revisited yet,
it's just a blown-up doll.
But, like, oh, man, that, like... Oh, it's heartbreaking.
But, yeah, the ending made me mad.
Yeah.
I had to read a lot of words during the credits, and I hate doing that, so that's minus 1 star. The villain was a joke.
Lot of
I think the villain was terrible in this. Not the idea of the villain, but just acted out.
That's
like
that's
it was
the
just
problem
bad,
with the entire thing.
bad writing.
That's they relied solely
She was
on
good,
the premise,
but I don't think
and tried
was
nothing else to develop anything
bad
of substance.
I don't know.
Lazy.
-1. Bad lady. This is gonna hurt to say, but I would rather watch Jeepers Creepers Reborn than watch this again, and I don't want to. So that's -1 star because I just said Jeepers Creepers Reborn again. I don't think this is the worst movie we've done because Jeepers Creepers Reborn was the worst that we've ever done.
Did we use a special rating for that?
It's a shitty cock award. This one's not going to get it, but it's
Almost there.
It's peeping out. It's so close. I don't know what we're going.
I hate every reference
this
you're making.
This is 1 out of 5.
Barely.
I recommend watching the original and skipping this, but watch it if you're curious, or if you have a family, because this is like a rated G. This is This is like the remake, but if you watch it on television, all the bad shit is edited out, and none of it makes sense because of that. It's so clean.
You're not bad.
And there's like
there's
what's happening,
blood, but it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you know what's happening.
None of the deaths make sense.
But it's so like
it's not for families.
It's soft.
That's bad.
It's soft core horror. It just doesn't make any sense. That's what it is to me. It's soft core. I don't want to say soft core anymore. Move along.
I'm looking for a new co-host. Please write into the show. God, bro.
I don't like it. So that was one of the insides. I swear to God, if you tell me to watch Inside again, and it's gonna be a different one,
there is another one.
I'm gonna watch a different one.
Well, there's a brand new one with Willem Dafoe just came out.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw that when I was looking up the movie that you were talking about, and I saw like 10.
Put
and
your
I'm like,
fucking arms down.
I saw like 10. I didn't know what to do.
Does your couch just have
I
impressions
guessed
in it?
on which one you sent me. I was like, I think
I sent you the fucking.
You sent me not the link. You sent me a picture of the lady that's in it, and I was like, I gotta guess who's in it.
It's literally what it looks like on Amazon.
I didn't even watch it on Amazon.
It said Amazon on the link on the picture I showed you. Yes.
Well, reading? Come on.
It's 2 words. Amazon Prime, dude.
I didn't even see what year it was. I was looking at the actress and said,
I'm so glad
I'm gonna guess.
we fucking watched the same thing.
Somehow we watched the same thing. Cool.
We've had episodes where we fucked up like that. It didn't work out.
Yeah, we did have episodes where you fucked up like that.
Yeah, because I'm the only fucked
you
up.
Did.
It was my fault. I know.
One was
up to
my
it.
fault as well
it's
because words.
It's all right.
1 out of 5.
Barely.
Inside. Forgot what we were watching.
Did great.
It's a movie. It was filmed.
It's not a more.
There's some people in it.
That's a good. I wish that was
a budget into this movie.
Was there?
And some didn't make any of it back. What was the budget? I don't care.
I don't remember. I'm not looking at
a Happy Meal.
You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you. No matter where you're watching, on Spotify, YouTube, it don't matter. If you have a request for the King's Kill podcast, it's absolutely free. Hit us up in the comments, find us on social media. We're everywhere. Or write to us, King's Kill podcast.
You know this wasn't on the other day?
I know. I told you that. We were
told
talking
me
about, like, the lighting was different. I forgot that light,
that's
this
what the
light,
lighting?
and that light.
That's crazy.
So that's why you were looking like, hey, the light looks different. And I was like, what do you mean? Because I'm looking at your lights. And I couldn't see any of my lights. I totally forgot. I don't know. Because look, when we start the show, I'm closing up shop for my deliveries.
Right.
And so you're blasting over to tunes. You always got the same shades on, fucking chilling, like just fucking.
I'm listening to classical music on the way here.
Today
I did. Well, yeah, because my Bluetooth doesn't go to my car anymore. I don't know why. It says can't find phone. Sorry. And I'm like, dick.
Do you want me to look at it?
No. I'll figure it out. I'm a grown boy.
I agree with that statement.
I'm a grown boy.
Thanks so much. Shout out to Susan for this request. We really appreciate
it. Shut the fuck up. Go on.
Me shut the fuck up.
You interrupted me.
You're such an asshole. Thanks, killers. We appreciate you. My name's Zach.
I'm Steven.
And together we are the Kings of Kill.
You
excited about this one?
I don't know why I said it like that. We say it like, what do we want? Unsend a message. Unsent in your face.
Is that your message?
Can you just fucking hit that off? Off! It's dead air.
I'm going to keep this going on for hours now.
I can't stand here for hours. I'm going to shit myself.